what would have been a better approach when it comes to situations like this?
Okay. We don't want to flag the media, but we want to bring it to all media houses' attention that they have to consider that this could be considered abuse of a child. When you bring a child, even though you don't show the child's face, you have enough identifying information for people to identify that child, because the child gave his school, they gave the location of the village where he came from. There's enough identifying information and the shape of his body and everything. When a child goes back to school, chances are he'll be teased, he'll be stigmatized. Okay? So the media they have a responsibility to protect the anonymity of this child. But besides that, let's look past that. When you ask some of those questions, the types of questions you ask, you re-traumatize the child, because the child now has to relive the whole experience. When we have victims of rape, for example, each time they have to go to the police, go to the hospital, each time they have to retell that story, they're reliving that event. It was too early after the incident. They should never have spoken. You should never speak to the child that soon after. This child has to speak to the police, again has to go to the hospital. It's already gone to all these people, and then we have a national re-traumatization on the television.
Regardless if she got consent from the mother to go on.
Regardless. The mother doesn't know better. She gave consent. We have to have empathy as media people, have empathy and concern for the well-being of that child. And the convention is very clear that the media ought not, for the sake of sensationalizing a story, use a child.
Okay, so now for future events, I'm sure these cases will arise.
Yes.
And we're not hoping for that to happen, but how do we approach a situation in terms of the questions that we ask them?
Don't speak to the child, first of all.
Okay.
Do not speak to the child. Particularly, if a child has been raped, has been molested, has been traumatized, please never talk to the child. Talk to a parent. Talk to a parent. And don't assume because the parent is as traumatized. But she's an adult. An interview with the parent would have given the same information without the child having to relive the experience.